Support for our demand.
Stop union busting. 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 Brothers and sisters, I'm glad to see everybody out here today. We're sending a message to the mayor, to the governor. Don't have us bring Wisconsin to New York City. Don't have us bring Wisconsin to New York City. If we have to take those kind of measures, we will. We're saying that when you have a state budget of $133 billion, and when you have a state that gives tax breaks to the richest in the country, when you have a state that already has in place, we're not talking about raising anything, but we have a surcharge on taxes in place already that will give us another $1 billion this year and another $5.2 billion next year. Don't try to balance the budget off the backs of poor working class families. Tax the rich! 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 You know, they said if you tax the rich, they'll leave. First of all, they're not leaving, and if they go, let them go. Then we'll be the rich. We'll take their place. This is the first time in the history of this state that we have such an unbalanced approach to balancing the budget. A $10 billion deficit, and they've already proposed $9 billion worth of cuts. You can't come to the budget balancing table and say, I will raise no revenue. I will borrow no money. I will sell no state and city assets. I'm going to take your pension. I'm going to take your health care. I'm going to freeze your wages. We say no, tax the rich. We say no, tax the rich. Tax the rich. So I'm here, tax the rich. Tax the rich. You know, if you did a PIT surcharge on those who are making $500,000 or more, if you progressively increased it, you can get nearly $10 billion. If you had a stock transfer tax, you can get another $12 to $16 billion. If you said that those who've been getting tax breaks are not getting them anymore, and we're not going to institute Obama's breaks that he gave on a national level to the state, that's another $8 billion. If you said that you can no longer, corporations, have a 35 to 40% write-off of your charitable contributions, that's millions more. Why would you be in a city, in a state, where what is your pension? $14,000? What is DC 37's pension? $17,000? What is PEF's pension? $18,000? What is your average salary? $40-some odd thousand. What is DC 37's average salary? $31,000? Man, we don't have no money. Go get the money where it is. It's on Wall Street. It's on Wall Street. Wall Street had a profit of $61 billion in 2009, $28 billion in 2010, and now they're projecting another $20 billion in 2011. Well, if they got all of that, then why don't you tax the rich? The Freedom Party is in the house. Y'all say Freedom Party.
Freedom Party.
Freedom Party.
Freedom Party.
We're going to launch our movement, a Tax the Rich campaign. and we're saying that this state is rich. They said they're broke. Listen to how broke this nation is.
All right.
The federal government, a $3.7 trillion budget, they're broke. $800 billion for the crooks on Wall Street. What? They're broke. They shouldn't have got no bailout money. They should have been looking for bail money to get out of jail. $133 billion for the state, but they're broke. $65 billion the city budget, they're broke. I want to be that kind of broke. That's the kind of broke I want to be. No, they're not broke. They're not in a crisis. They haven't been able to maximize their profits off of your pain. They just want to make more money. They're not in a crisis. The money is out there. We say tax the rich and hands off the unions, hands off those who are working hard. Stop shutting down our daycare centers. Stop shutting down our senior centers. Stop shutting down our youth centers. Stop shutting down our hospitals. You want to shut something down? Shut down City Hall.
Yeah.
Shut down the Tweed Building. Shut down the Gracie Mansion and give it to the people. Shut down the governor's mansion. And we must make sure that everywhere Cuomo shows up, everywhere Bloomberg shows up, our voices have to be there and be strong and say, tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Hands off our unions.
Thank you.